I want to start picking up on some of the themes that the Prime Minister spoke about and the difference and the choice that's before the people of Bennelong and right across the country. And that is with the strong financial management of the Liberals and the Nationals, we were able to build record amounts of infrastructure across our country and particularly here in our state. And I want to thank the federal government, the Morrison government, for the partnership. As you said, we don't always agree, but we have robust discussions that get things done for our people. And I know that the Prime Minister will always stand up for the people of Australia, but here in New South Wales we'll always stand up for the people of our state and articulate the case, and particularly in circumstances where we have a $110 billion infrastructure agenda over the next 4 years. Projects like this one today in Epping will make a real difference. In 2018, we set to work in relation to this project. Here in New South Wales, we allocated $50 million for what is a major bottleneck here that doesn't just affect the people of Epping and Bennelong, but more importantly, people of this entire area of Sydney. And doing that work, it's a challenging project, it's a complex project, and with a $220 million price tag, we very much appreciate the support of the federal government here in going in a 50-50 partnership. That ensures that we can not just get this project up and running, but we can also provide further infrastructure investment across our state. I want to thank the Infrastructure Minister, Paul Fletcher. It was only last week we were out in Western Sydney at the site of the second airport. Not just a game-changing project for our state, but importantly for our country. And you don't just build those airports, which will make a real difference to our state, but importantly as well, we need to build the infrastructure. And we're announcing there that the signing of contracts for the M12. These are major projects that don't happen overnight, but make a real difference to people's lives, so people can get to work quicker and home faster. And that's what these projects are all about. And ultimately what you see with Liberals and National governments is delivery. When we came to office in 2011, the Liberals and Nationals here, we had a $30 billion infrastructure backlog. $30 billion. We turned around the state's finances. We delivered a strong economy. The same situation as we're seeing at a Commonwealth level. You can't build these projects without strong financial management and having a strong economy. And we've been able to do that in New South Wales and turbocharge these projects. I also want to make this final point about Epping, the Epping Bridge, and the difference between the Liberals and Nationals and the Labor Party. That is true here in Epping, that is true in New South Wales, and that is true right across the country. Liberals and Nationals build things. What we see from the Labor Party is a lot of talk, yet no delivery. In fact, just down the road here, you'll see the M2 motorway. Now, we have congestion here on Epping Road, which would be a hell of a lot worse if we didn't have the M2. We had a Labor government and a Labor opposition here in our state that opposed the construction of the M2. They called this area in northwest Sydney the road to nowhere. No one would ever live here, and what's the problem with using Epping Road to go to work into the city every single day? That short-sighted focus that we see from the Labor Party is why they never build the infrastructure. So I know that the robust and strong relationship that the New South Wales government has with the Morrison government will continue to ensure record amounts of infrastructure, not for the sake of it, but to ensure that New South Wales and our country is the best place to live, to work, to run a business and raise a family. That's what this is all about. I want to very much thank the Morrison government today for this commitment. It will make a real difference to the people of Bennelong, and I want to thank the next member for Bennelong, Simon Kennedy, for his strong advocacy for this project, and this partnership will ensure great things for the people of Bennelong.